What up, everyone? Welcome back to Financial Education and Business. Thank you so much for being here today. Make sure if you're not subscribed, do subscribe. I'm going to be talking about stocks, but today it's going to be a sad day. I'm going to tell you why I have quit Hyrecar. I have quit Hyrecar because the company is so young, growing too fast, that they are forgetting the most important part of owning a business nowadays is by taking care of your customers. Without car owners, Hyrecar will not exist, and I feel like they have forgotten this. So I had about 8 cars on the platform over the course of a year, maybe a little bit over a year, and what I've noticed is that they are give you insurance. They act like they're gonna take care of you. You think everything is going well, and before you know it, boom, something terrible happens, and you don't know how to handle it. So you call Hyrecar. You ask them for help, and they'll say, "Yeah, we'll help you," but nothing really happens. So why did I quit? Why did I stop putting my cars on here? Because it is so risky. Let me give you a quick story of what happened. I had a driver who rented my car. The driver had the car for about 4 months. I was happy with that. I was happy that the driver had my car and everything. But there was a moment where the driver ran a red light, and that ticket was supposed to be managed by Hyrecar. So when somebody rents my car, that information goes to Voy Logistics, which Hyrecar works with. And when the renter runs a red light, because the car is in your name, that red light violation ticket goes straight to your mail, goes right onto your account, and you need to pay it. If the renter doesn't pay, Hyrecar is supposed to do some kind of reimbursement, but none of this happened. When my renter ran a red light, I got this thing in the mail saying I ran a red light. I communicated with the renter, and the renter said, "I did not run a red light." So I had to go dig and find the video evidence of the renter running the red light, and the renter said, "No, I didn't. I stopped, and it's not my fault." Now at this point, it's a $158 ticket, and guess who has to pay it? Me. Guess who needs to take care of this? Because I have premium insurance on Hyrecar. Hyrecar is supposed to take care of this, but they don't. So this is what I did. As soon as I got the ticket and I communicated with the renter, I called Hyrecar and I told them, "Hey, I have premium insurance. I believe that Voy Logistic was supposed to get in touch, and they didn't. Please transfer the liability." Yeah, for sure. Okay, we'll get back to you. How many times have you heard the word, "We're gonna escalate this"? It's such a useless word. It loses its meaning because at the end of the day, when they escalate something, nothing happens. So they escalate the call or the issue. I hear nothing from anybody. So I call back. Guess who I get? A brand new person. So I call back 5 times. Each time I call, I get a brand new person. Imagine this, and you have to re-explain everything again to them. Can you imagine the frustration? Like, I talked to this dude, and then this dude told me, and this person escalated it. So it gets so frustrating. You know what I'm saying? They're not taking care of customers who have multiple cars on the platform. So I'm trying to transfer the liability, and finally one person got in touch with me. I was like, "Okay, please escalate this." He said, "Yeah, I will." I didn't hear anything back. My premium insurance that I had, I feel like I wasted my money because their parking ticket and traffic violation management system is not working. So it's really frustrating. And on top of that, they are so bad when it comes to just following through with messages. It takes days and days before they respond to something. So there's just so many issues with the company. I decided it's not worth my time. It's not worth it. So I sold all my cars, and I no longer have hire car. I think it's something nice to have if you want to rent from them and you want to go on a trip and you want a cheap car, you want to drive around, it might be nice to get. But it is, if you want to put your car somewhere, it is not a place to put your car. I promise you. The company has a lot of problems. Let me just pull up a common problem. Hire car news. Now let's look at this. Hire car news. Guess what? They just got sued. You know why? Because they weren't paying people out on insurance claims, and they didn't have enough in their insurance reserves on the balance sheet, so they got sued. And they deserve it. They deserve it because they're not taking care of their customers, and they're not covering their liabilities. And this is a problem for not just HireCar, but anybody that has a car on the platform. And HireCar takes months and months to pay out, because I've posted a video about HireCar not paying out a person for like at least up to 8 months. He hasn't gotten paid. He bought a $16,000 car. I made a whole video on this, and HireCar did not pay him out at all. And that's not just the only story. I mean, let's go HireCar complaints. Like, there's so many negative stories about HireCar, and really just none of them are really that good. And I can't really justify the risk for the reward, because the lemon is not worth the squeeze. Practically, it's not worth it. If you put a car on there, you're risking a what, $15,000, $7,000 car to make $40 with so much risk. It's not worth it. Might as well put your money into the stock. That's what I've decided to do. If I'm just gonna take that kind of risk where I put my car on the platform with this $5,000 car or whatever it is, I'd rather sell the car and put it in the stock. And it's almost just as bad as doing that. And as you can see, the stock has just been down on a tear down. So I've decided to get out of HireCar and get out of all the cars. And I've decided to just more of analyzing the stocks and looking at the stock market. So for those of you who've been following me for a while, well, okay, before I go into it, if you made it this far, give me that thumbs up. I know this is a 8-minute video already, 8 minutes and 21 seconds, maybe a little longer, but go ahead and give me that thumbs up. Go ahead and give me something in the comment that tells me that you made it this far. I know it's really long, but yeah, so I've decided to get into the stock. And as you guys know, at this point in April, I still had my cars and stuff, so I bought the stock. The stock kind of exploded from around here when I bought it to like 120, but then I continued to hold it, and finally when it hit like around $17.64, I decided to get out. So I made about 72% return, and literally I got lucky, and I got out literally right before the drop right here in July. And as soon as I got out, a couple days later, the stock about 20 days later, the stock just plummeted. You know why? Because they got sued. They're not taking care of their insurance claims. They don't have enough money in their balance sheet to cover insurance claims or insurance reserves. The stock just fell. And again, when it fell, I bought it here, and then I held it for a little bit and made 16% return. But this was when I bought a call option on the company. But overall, like, I think, and then again I sold it right here, and it climbed for a little bit longer before it plummeted once again. About 11 days later, it plummeted again, about 42%. Now is there's major the reason I call this a major support is because there are many times when this company kind of IPO'd, it popped, it went down to about $1 and popped again over that, and this seems to be some kind of like major resistance point. Because of that, I have it as a resistance point right here, and I don't know if I'm gonna get into it. I've been looking at it, I've seen it break and test this point, I've seen it test here, and I've seen it now. I was trying to test this. If it goes to here, we're looking at something like a fall into this arena right here. That's where we're seeing it at next, and that is a good 12% decrease. So I don't know, this company is way too risky for me. I'm not gonna touch Hyrecar right now, but I'm gonna continue to watch the stock. I'm gonna continue to follow the story and just give you guys an update, you know, because it's just I just find it ironic how this company is gonna try to be one of the best car rental companies when they're failing to take care of their customers. But with that said, that's it. I'm out. I don't hold it anymore, but I'm starting to invest in other places. I'm looking at like a firm, PRGS Hyrecar is going to be deleted soon. Um, Big digital assets, Palantir, Hood, Robinhood. So this is the kind of stuff that I'm going to start focusing on a little bit more. Um, but yeah, that's it. Thank you for joining me. If you still have cars on the platform, let me know. And if you had any good moments with them, let me know, or bad moments. I just like to see what other people's experiences are. Not to be all doom and gloom, but there's one story. This person actually did get his refund. They took care of his car. I think it's called James is his name. They took care of his car after somebody wrecked it. They reimbursed him and everything like that. But that's so rare. From all the stories, that's a very, very rare story. But yeah, with that said, thank you so much for joining me today. And if you've made it this far, just let me know. All right.